10, 9, ignition sequence start, 6.
Hello, and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Wack. Today is Monday, June 5th, and we've got some really great news coming in this morning, just before, like a few hours before I got everything ready for the episode. So we'll start here with this pool deposit. There was 21,473 ETH that was deposited into the deposit pool by this mega whale, like so many whale, like huge whale. So that basically has had a fascinating impact on where we stand with everything right now. It basically means that the queue is cleared. Like as you can see here, we need 0 more ETH to dequeue all mini pools. So the queue is clear, and there's still 173 mini pools left to be matched. That's because you can only match to start like 2 mini pools per rETH deposit. So it'll be a while before a minimum of 2, a maximum of 90. So it'll be like another few hours potentially, unless someone comes in and clears the queue. But that means that there's the deposit pool now has 9,000 ETH in the deposit pool, and the maximum size is 8,000. With these 173 mini pools that are still waiting to be matched, that means we have enough space for 14,237 ETH to come into the deposit pool to mint rETH. So the queue's done for all intents and purposes. The queue is done. There is no more queue at Rocket Pool now. Now the next thing is basically to hit that limit of 18,000 ETH in the deposit pool, and then we'll go back to being node operator constrained, like we were node operator constrained for so long before Atlas and Shanghai. So yeah, the whole dynamic has shifted pretty much with this one deposit. I guess we've been like rETH constrained for the last 6 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever it was, since Atlas went live. Since Atlas went live, that it kind of feels weird now to be in this node operator constrained position. We're going to talk about that a little bit more, but we'll dig into that. But one of the consequences of these big deposits is that Rocket Pool now, the TVL in Rocket Pool is growing dramatically. Like in the last 1 month change, we have increased our TVL by 20%, which is mind-boggling. Like at these numbers, so we are now at 1.83 billion TVL, and we've just broken. Like we just overtook Compound Finance to go into the number 9 position, and Instadap is still a fair bit away, but it's not far away, and we can definitely catch up to that, and then Coinbase, I think, very quickly to go into the number 7 position. After that, then the gaps start getting a little bit bigger, but we're still some ways towards catching up to Lido. But this is how we do it, right? Like one giant whale deposit at a time. We're really growing fast, and that's absolutely amazing to see. So in the last 7 days, the TVL has gone up by 2.77%, which, when you consider the price of ETH has actually come down a little bit, that just shows you how much ETH has come into the Rocket Pool ecosystem. And in the last month, the growth has been phenomenal. So we, as a protocol, we're doing really well. And since the Atlas, everything has worked out phenomenally well. It's just now we're going to start hitting some limits, I think, and we need to figure out how we're going to go forward with that. Okay, so another thing that is happening really interesting as well is that the flippening is happening, not the ETH BTC flippening, sadly, although that would be amazing, hopefully soon. But Rocket Pool rETH flippening the RPL token. So on CoinGecko right now, rETH is at number 55 on their rankings, and the RPL token is number 50. So I think they just needs 70 million more in terms of rETH mints, $70 million worth more, for rETH to overtake RPL at its current price, which is really cool. So what I want to say to you all is that gas is low. Okay, and just as I say that, it's hitting like 75 GUI, but overnight, like there's moments in the last few days where you can get gas down to 15 GUI right now. Like overnight, like if you can set your transactions coming through in the low 20s, you can get transactions through really easily. Even like during the day on a Monday, you can get it in like low 30s. But if you look overnight, there was many moments where we went under the ultrasound barrier down to 15 GUI. So there's definitely, if you wanna convert your mini pools into LEB8s, and if you've been kind of hoping for a low gas environment, now is that low gas environment where you can do it for under 20 GUI. You can do a conversion, which is really, really great to see. So definitely, if you're thinking about doing that, it might be a good time to act on that, because we need more mini pools now, right? We need more to come to the queue, so we can absorb more rETH minting, which clearly there is a huge demand for. So that is really, really great to see that the gas is low. We're in a really good environment now to absorb more mini pools and more node operators. So if you've been on the fence, now's the time to swap. So like I said to you before, like each deposit can clear a maximum of 90 mini pools as it comes in. The person with the 21,000 rETH basically was only able to clear 90. So here D McCartney did a really, really great job and said, I can't do much to help with the rETH APR, but I effing hate it. I hate waiting in line, and this is like buying a fast pass for my nephew at Universal, but now I get to bring along a few hundred friends. So what D McCartney did here was spent their own gas money. As you can see, they spent a quarter of an ETH one time to bring through, I think, like 112 mini pools through the queue, and then they spent another quarter of an ETH here to bring through another 100 through the mini pools, to bring a total of 212 people through the mini pool queues who would have been waiting otherwise. So this is like really, really wonderful. So thanks to McCartney for this. That was really selfless. Okay, now we get to like my favorite bits. So let's do a little bit of a dive into the deposit pool, the Rocket Scan page for the deposit pool. So you can see here, look at 5:48 a.m. we had 21,473 ETH was used to mint rETH. Before that, the day was like fine, but that one transaction has pushed this week. Today is like the biggest day by far. It's over 10,000 ETH more than the second biggest day. 9,000 ETH more right now, but like not far off. On the weekly, in one day we've had 23,000, which is nearly half of the biggest ever week. So hopefully we can catch up to that. On the monthly, June in 5 days has already had 36,000 ETH deposited into the deposit pool, and yearly we're right on the cusp of breaking 300,000 ETH coming into the deposit pool in 2023. Now if you have a look at the rETH page here, we can see that the total supply of rETH is now 430,000 rETH. That hockey stick moment, from April 5th, basically, when the deposit pool was increased, up to now, is like nearly doubled in 2 months and a day. So that level of growth has just been unbelievable. It's truly phenomenal. So there's some really, really great stuff going on there. If we have a look at the mini pools now, we can see that the mini pool by type, we have 12,468 LEB8s and 10,947 16 ETH mini pools. So that is starting to overtake by far now, and it's the same case across the fee distribution. Like we're getting closer and closer to that 14% commission rate, which of course is better for our ETH holders as well. So yeah, right now we have 492 mini pools in pre-launch, so they're getting ready to get added onto the beacon chain, and then we've got 173 in the queue. 167 of those are bond reductions. So we have 22,721 staking validators now on Rocket Pool, which is absolutely wonderful. In terms of node operators, that is across. Let's have a look. Now we just hit landmark on node operators as well. So we have, let me see how many node operators we have. Yeah, we hit 2,800 node operators now. 2,800 node operators, which is really, really cool to see as well. That, we are the node operator growth as well. You can see, from April, kind of like April 5th, just as the deposit pool was increased, we were at 2,229 node operators, and now today we are at over 2,800 node operators. So it's the growth of node operators has been like really clear to see as well. So since December 2021, May was the biggest month. April and May were the biggest months of node operator growth, and these were like 3 or 4 times more than the average. And it's not slowing down. So we desperately need more node operators now. That is the next step now. So if you are interested in being a node operator in Rocket Pool, now is the time to start. There's ETH available for you, and you can get ready to go within like pretty much right away. So come and join us. However, as much as I say come and join us, there is an issue with that. The number of pending validators on the beacon chain is just not going down. Right now, there's this screenshot was from a couple of days ago when there was 90,000 validators. If we look at the validator queue website, we can see that right now there are 92,861 validators waiting, and that wait time is 43 days and 20 hours. So there's a whole lot of time to wait for getting onto the beacon chain. Now, this is sadly causing an issue with some of the whales migrating from their mini pools to LEB8s, because they'll be losing so much. They'll be paying gas for converting from their the current validators mini pools to LEB8s, and then they'll be losing like 43 or 44 days of rewards in the queue. That means that it will take many months for them to break even. I think somewhere around 6 months, or between 4 and 6 months, I think, or 4 to 8 months to break even, depending on how much gas they pay and all that kind of stuff to convert. This is something that's definitely going to cause an issue with mini pool conversions. So I'm kind of wondering what we can do about that. Of course, if mini pool conversions stop or slow down, then what happens in return is that we start building up a premium for our ETH on the secondary market, and as there's more of a premium that develops, then people who have their ETH waiting are more incentivized to spin up those mini pools, or those LEB8s now, and take the Aave the difference from 24 ETH. So it becomes a more profitable strategy even at smaller premiums compared to with the regular mini pools before. But right now, the way things stand, it might be that we're in a position where we have a premium again in next week, unless when some of the big validators on Rocket Pool decide it's a good time to convert. If they do that, that would be amazing. But like I said, they'll be potentially losing out on many weeks or months of rewards in that case. So this chart has just been like up only pretty much since a couple of weeks after Shanghai. It peaked a few days ago at like 95,000 and 93,925 here. And the queue time peaked around 45 days. It's slightly come down since then. But if you have a look at this Reddit post here, BUSA1 put this post out 2 days ago. He said they said going from 0 to 100,000 validators took 84 days, which was from the beginning to February 23rd of 2021, and then the next 100,000 took 152 days. The following 100,000 took 217 days. The following 100,000 took 219 days, and then going from 500,000 to 138,000 took 138 days, and then at 700,000, I think that, here it says with almost 100,000 validators in the queue right now, this will come a lot sooner than most of you think. Currently, each epoch is processing 9 deposits withdrawals, 2,025 per day. So from 650,000 validators, it's going to switch to 10 deposits. So the next 100,000 growth could come. We hit 600,000 2 days ago, and then the next 100,000 will probably come in about 45 days. So it's going to be like basically as fast as you could possibly get on 100,000 validators. That's how quickly it's going to happen. So this is just non-stop growth of the Ethereum validator set. So we need to see what's going on with that, and that's going to change some of the analyses for Rocket Pool's growth, sadly. Okay, moving on from that now, that amazing, like, it's such a nice problem, right? Like, say that this is a problem that we're not growing fast enough after, astronomical growth. But okay, actually moving on now. Schifrin wrote this post yesterday saying, today I'm thrilled to unveil the launch of RPL clientdiversity.com, an initiative taking place throughout the month of June. Our primary goal is to strengthen the Ethereum network by encouraging the utilization of minority execution clients. By participating in this initiative, you'll have the opportunity to earn an exclusive collection of 3 POAPs created by some of your favorite artists. Additionally, there will be an exciting raffle giving you the chance to win fantastic prizes. I would like to extend a special acknowledgement and express my sincere gratitude to Dr. Doofus and Sleety for their invaluable volunteer contributions, without which this initiative would not have been possible. Go to the website to find details on how the event will work. We'll be creating a thread with instructions on how you can verify your participation. So let's have a look at the website, and then we'll come back and see what's going on there. So here's the website, Rocket Pool Client Diversity. It says the idea is basically that Geth has too much of the Rocket Pool stake. So this unknown amount is people who haven't had any proposals yet, so we don't know what validator they're running, or they might have scrubbed their data as well. Like, it seems like it's hard to find what execution client that validator is running. It seems like all nodes as well might obfuscate that information, like might make it hard to see. So we're not sure what the full number is. However, we do know that Geth is vastly overrepresented, and Nethermind is 16%, and Bisu's at like 8%. So the idea is, let's do better. So what's going to happen? There'll be 3 POAPs. The designs will be revealed for the first one on June 8th, the design for the second one on June 15th, and design for the third one on June 22nd. The first one will be by Schifrin, the second one by Dr. Doofus, and the third one by Sleety. It says each POAP was designed by a different member of the Rocket Pool community, and then the POAPs will enter you into a raffle to win prizes. And it says the current prize pool is 21.5 RPL, a Ledger Nano X NFT. So there's like a coupon basically that you can get a Ledger Nano X for that if you want. And then there's a Rocketeer Progeny NFT as well. It says the prizes, including number of prizes and amounts, will change as donations come in. Raffles will be run through POAP.fund website, and registration will be limited to the holders of the POAPs. And it says then there's information on how to change your clients, and here there's community impact. So it says the amazing donors and contributors. So Penvic gave 10 RPL, also had the original idea, and gave a Rocketeer as well. Dr. Doofus did the POAP design, Sleety did the POAP design, I donated some RPL, and Tidra donated the Ledger Nano X. James Conley donated RPL, Harrog donated RPL, and it says all donors will receive an additional exclusive POAP. All donations go into the prize raffle prize pool. The donation wallet is, and then there's a wallet address for the donation. And it says node operators that have migrated, so 3 of them have migrated, and then node operators that were already using minority clients, and then there was a bunch of node operators using minority clients already, myself included. So I really love this initiative. I think it was a wonderful idea, and the more that Rocket Pool can diversify away from Geth, the stronger the Ethereum ecosystem will be overall. So now, how do you get these POAPs and how do you enter the raffle? Well, go to the thread that's linked in the description, and in there, Schifrin gives that information that there's 3 things that you need to do. The first thing is that you need to post a screenshot of your version that you're using, your execution client that you're using from the command line, and then you need to say whether you migrated specifically for this or whether you were already the minority client, and then would you like your username to be listed on the website, yes or no. So here I like that Shifrin shares the screenshot where the execution client is Geth. So Geth and Lighthouse. So then Chaos and others start putting the information, like Chaos is using Nethermind, and Notch is using Bisu, and Lilac is using Nethermind, etc., etc. So people have been posting their screenshots. Go and post your screenshot as well, and get those 3 POAPs, and get all that stuff done. So people are talking about donations, and people are talking about the raffle. That's going to be really exciting as well. So congratulations to Shifrin for putting all this together, for Penvic for the idea, and all the people who have volunteered their time and money. That is really amazing, and I really love this idea. So amazing job. Okay, so tying into that, there's a couple of news about execution clients right now. So here Fornax says Nethermind DB storage reduction and faster sync is here. Go switch from Geth. So version 1.19.0 is available now, and it will make it easier for you to switch from Geth to Nethermind, which is really cool. Bisu is having a little bit of an issue right now. So there's an issue here with Bisu where people think that Bisu doesn't need pruning. However, that's not quite true. It does need to be resynced after a while, it seems like. And then there's information in this GitHub post that I've linked below. But if you are seeing that your disk size is now like 80% plus, then you might need to resync. So you should see your data go from above 1 terabyte to about 600 terabytes. There's steps on here about how you can do that, and this resync can take up to 28 hours. So keep that in mind if you need that. Okay, so we were saying that there was a Rocketeer that was donated by Penvic to the raffle. Well, Rocketeers have been having a really big week. We talked about it last week that there was a Progeny, like a version 2 of the Rocketeers was coming. So basically there was a huge launch party that happened on Saturday, which was really exciting. Loads of people turned up, like big community members turned up. It was really great. But you could mint the by going to progeny.rocketeer.fans. However, it seems like the bots discovered that this mint was happening, and they kind of botched it, so it was all minted out in 5 minutes, and sadly a bunch of community members weren't able to get their hands on the Rocketeers. If you go to OpenSea now, you can see that the Rocketeers are here. The floor price is 0.0023 ETH, so you can get it for like a couple of dollars. I think that is like less than $5. And you can see that there's a whole bunch of them for sale, that if you want to buy them, you can go get them. So this is really, really cool that this has happened really well. I'm not sure why some of this content is still not available, but maybe someone can answer that. But you can definitely go and like poke around there and have a look. It seems like there's 1,378 people have bought them, and there are 3,476 NFTs in this collection. So yeah, it's really, really great. Good stuff. Okay, next we had this screenshot, this update that was submitted to the docs website. A couple of people were talking about it on trading, that they didn't realize that the guides had shifted to this new version of the website. This version is like really, really nice. It's got like all these different features, like dark mode and light mode, and also like a really nice search capability. So like you can search for LEB8s, and then like you can see like 8 ETH mini pools. You can go straight to the page that you're looking for and see how to convert as well. So like this is a much cleaner experience, much better looking experience as well. So it's gonna hopefully make becoming a node operator even easier for people who want to join the Rocket Pool ecosystem. Okay, next we have this update from Vaca, where it's a treasury report for May into June. He says, hello Rocket Pool, if you need an intro on how the pDAO treasury works, then there's a post here that you can read. He says the IMC and GMC received 5,435 RPL and 3,261 RPL from inflation respectively. The pDAO reserve fund received 2,174 RPL this period. Our pDAO reserve fund balance now is 38,877 RPL. It says you can keep up with the pDAO treasury following the following spreadsheets. Yeah. So then, Dr. Rufus says, is there a plan for the reserve RPL? Can we be earning fees in a liquidity position or something like that? And he says there's no plan. LPing is high risk of impermanence loss since we don't have a well correlated asset. Though of course all eggs in one basket is also. So there was kind of like a discussion that started here, but the numbers are great. The treasury is doing really well, and hopefully if the RPL dollar price increases, then what we can do with that increases as well, which is amazing. Okay, next we have this post from Finbob, who says that he'll be going to ETH Global Paris, and is anyone else going to be attending? And if they are attending, then there should be a Rocket Pool meetup that's happening. Also, there is a hackathon that's taking place where the prizes are like $375,000 or euro, and that'll be available. So people are thinking of like setting up a hackathon team. So if you are interested in attending ETH Global in Paris, that'll be taking place on July 21st to 23rd. And if you're interested in meetup or hackathon, then jump on this thread. I'll have the link in the description, and you can talk to Finbob and other people who will be coming or not coming. So yeah, there's prize of $375,000. So there's a lot to be had there. So if you're interested in that, definitely pop along. And it seems like a bunch of Rocket Poolers will be there, which is awesome. Okay, so we shared in the news last week that ZK Sync brought on the rETH and RPL tokens. So here there was an article from Blockworks covering this news. It also quoted Maverick in here saying Rocket Pool's marketing manager told Blockworks that Rocket Pool has had to face specific challenges that present themselves in keeping the protocol running smoothly while staying true to the ethos of decentralization and remaining permissionless. These include shuttling validator statuses and balances from the beacon chain to the execution layer, monitoring for protocol compliance, and calculating rewards. And then giving some more information about what the potential benefits include: lower costs, increased efficiency and reliability, and an overall more streamlined system. But at the same time, this is juxtaposed with an abundance of caution and strong safety culture. And he says the main factors that would be considered when choosing which network to launch on are whether there are similar shared core values. We are committed to helping the ecosystem to grow and scale while also remaining secure and decentralized. We are always open to considering a launch elsewhere, but don't have any immediate plans right now. So this was really cool that the Mav was able to like share some of the ideas behind how he thinks rETH and RPL being on ZK Sync era will be beneficial for users and for Rocket Pool, which is awesome. Okay, next we have this information from Mark Zeller. He works at Aave, so he popped into Discord and shared this snapshot vote saying the last snapshot vote passed. So RPL AIP on Aave as soon as we have a price feed. So if we have a look at the snapshot vote, it says add RPL to Ethereum version 3 of Aave. And there's a whole bunch of information that we covered on the show before. So there was 543,000 Aave votes that passed this. And you can have a look and see that there was a lot of big votes here that said yes, and 99.97% of people voted yes on this. So now, when will RPL go on to Aave? Well, that's a question that Mark does not have the answer for. He says that it's up to Chainlink now when they want to get the price feed ready for the RPL token. And he says you can bully Rocket Pool and Chainlink for that information. He says his job is done. Once the feed is there, he just needs to publish the code, which means that Aave will enable borrowing and lending. So let's start bothering Chainlink and the Rocket Pool team to get that. Okay, so another protocol here is Gravita, and they have increased the mint cap for rETH. rETH is their biggest collateral base now on the protocol, and they increased the mint cap to 5 million GRI compared to 2.5 million for wrapped ETH and 3.5 million for WST ETH and BLUSD, which is the LUSD chicken bonds. So Rocket Pool is growing really well. The rETH is growing really well on Gravita. So it seems like it's a really good match between the two protocols. Okay, next we have news of TIE, which is another stable coin kind of that's launching. It's a fork of Rye, and it's kind of like Gravita is to Liquidity, then TIE is to Rye. So they'll be using different tokens here to let you mint TIE, which is their stable coin. So you can use rETH, you can use Lidos, and you can use others as well. And that'll be happening from launch. So definitely check out this product, because there's a whole lot of really cool stuff happening right now. And of course, it's very new, so definitely do your own research before you do anything else with that. Actually, moving on now from Rocket Pool news to other stuff. Here there's Sam Kazemian, who is the founder of Frax, and as some of you know, Frax have a staking arm where they're one of the more rapidly growing staking arms of Ethereum right now, compared to their size. So Sam announced their version 2 of their staking system, and he says that this is the Frax version 2 that you've all been waiting for, and now how they're building the most unique, versatile, and efficient decentralized LSD protocol possible. So this thread breaks down how it's all going to work. It's going to be like a borrowing lending thing. So you'll bring your 8 ETH that will be used as like a over collateralized loan. Like it'll be used to forward a loan, basically, like with the high loan to value. You will then get a validator basically in return, and the better you run the validator, the more you earn from that. So it gives a lot of control to the node operator over how they want to run their validators. You'd have to like set up all the withdrawal keys and everything to go through the Frax system, of course, but it seems like it's a really good idea. So this information came out on the 2nd, and right as the information came out, Sam actually came into trading and spent a good over an hour talking and trading about the protocol, answering everyone's questions, doing a really, really good job of answering questions, kind of explaining how it's going to work, what it's going to look like. And it seems like it's a really, really good idea of a protocol. However, it might tend to catering to really big users, but it's definitely a very interesting and novel idea, one that I've not seen before, really, in the staking ecosystem. So but I was talking back and forth to Sam, people in trading were really respectful, it was a really good discussion that happened, and I was really happy about it. So I thought I'd cover that on Rocket Fuel for you all to check out as well. Okay, finally, I'm going to finish with information about my raffle. So as you can see, the raffle is, I'm taking donations for the raffle for the 200th episode. There's an address here. I've been getting a whole lot of donations that have already come in. There's a new address now that was donated by Ramana. Rocketfuelraffle.eth is the ENS if you want to donate anything to the raffle. I spent some ETH from the raffle money to get that registered. So thank you to the people who donated ETH. That I hope you don't mind. But I got some RPL. More RPL has come in. Dave Marley donated 3 RPL, which is really great. Huarog sent 0.5 RPL. Jasper already talked about that stuff from last week. NFTs, I got Mambo sent me Rocket Fuel Progeny. Dave Marley also sent the Rocket Fuel Progeny. I said Romano, of course, sent me the ENS, and we talked about some of the other stuff there as well. On Polygon, I got some NFTs from Macro Muscle Lab, who are doing a new project. They're having some issues with that, so I think they're going to remint, but they sent me some Matic as well to share that out, but they sent me 5 of their NFTs, so I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with that. And then on Arbiscan as well, I got a 0.2 ETH donation as well, which is about $37. So donations are coming through. Thank you everyone for donating and supporting the raffle. I'm hoping that there'll be a lot more coming in over the next couple of weeks, and I'll be sharing details this week about how it's all going to play out. So look out for that. Thank you so much. Have a good week. I hope you had a good weekend, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.